no one else who loves me like you used to. Sometimes we're not ourselves. There's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared are in the past. And I know your relationships are never meant to last. And I'll take some time, but I'll be alright. We're moving on. We're moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. We're moving on. We're moving on. We're moving on. Sometimes there's no one else who loves me like you used to. Sometimes we're not ourselves. There's no one I can turn to. And I'll take some time, but I'll be alright. We're moving on. We're moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. We're moving on. We're moving on. We're moving on.
Good morning and welcome to this coverage of the 2023 Battle of the Bridge between Bowls North Harbour and Bowls Auckland. My name is Alex Reid and I'm joined in commentary for this first game by Leif Selby. Welcome, Leif.
Yeah, thank you, Alex, and thanks for having me.
Yeah, no worries. I'm looking forward to it. So the first game we're going to watch is a men's fours game between, as I said, North Harbour and Auckland, and they've just started now. So the North Harbour team, the skip, Gordon Smith, the 3, John Hindmarsh, the 2, Carlson Bennett, and off the front, Mark Rumble, whereas the Auckland team is, for other people, Jordan King skipping, Riker Gregory at 3, Teo Tarua at 2, and Nick Thompson at lead. 15 ends, 2.5 hours, or 15 ends or 2.5 hours. I believe if it's kill at the end is replayed, it's not respotted. Should be a good game.
Yeah, it's a great rivalry this one, North Harbour, Auckland, across the ditch, as they say. I think Auckland got the better of them last year, but look, we're at the magnificent Howick Bowling Club. I love to come to Howick. 5 green complex. They've got 3 beautiful grass greens, 2 synthetic, with plans to have both synthetic greens covered.
Yes, yep.
It's going to be a fantastic complex. And yeah, this green normally runs pretty quick. It's just trying to drizzle rain out there this morning. It's a pretty good start by both leads.
This is Nick Thompson here. So the Auckland bowls will have the blue and white stickers on them, and I think the North Harbour bowls might not be stickered, so just keep an eye out for that. The stickered bowls are the blue ones. This is Carlson Bennett here out of Helensvale, I think. I have the book in front of me. I could open it and check, but I think he's out of the Helensvale. Helensvale is in Australia, isn't it? So he's not out of Helensvale, he's out of Helensville. Sorry, Colin, it's early in the morning.
This is Tio, I think. I'm not sure who's holding shot. Tio on his backhand. Looks like he's 1 down.
To that bowl at sort of 2 o'clock on the screen.
Yeah.
Handy though having bowls past. Those 2 lovely bowls of the lead, Nick Thompson. That's a good start in a fours game.
Beautiful, beautiful. His first end, 2 just behind the jacket. Be feeling good about himself. It's nice to feel the weight early on.
Running it down. I always get confused with Tio on the mat because he looks like he's going to play his forehand and then he comes across the body, a bit like Kelvin Scott.
Yeah, Jamie Hill does the same thing. A little correction to make for Tio. He's very close here, is he?
Beautiful.
He's played a great shot.
Yeah, not too long ago, played for the Cook Islands at the World Bowls Championships over in Australia. He skipped a couple of their teams actually.
Did he really?
Yeah, took a couple of good scalps.
It's a good experience for him. That's what I like about this concept. It gives a lot of players the opportunity to show their skills in front of a selection panel with the ultimate goal of being selected for the National Inter-Centre later on.
So this is Jordan here. Just checking to see who's holding what. And his 3, Riker Gregory, it's been around lawn bowls for forever and a day, was the skip of the runners-up New Zealand fours team last year in the fours final that was held in Central Otago.
Right.
He's played a lot of bowls, varying centres, very, very talented man.
It's a pretty strong outfit, this Auckland team. I'm not sure about the hoodie.
Was that actually an Auckland Bowls hoodie?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, nice bowl coming in.
Oh, that's lovely. Beautiful shot.
Make 2 there, is he?
So usually with Riker and Jordan, they have a very accurate attacking shot, both Riker and Jordan. They're not afraid to have a go, and they wouldn't miss by more than sort of a foot and a half. So it'll be interesting as this fours game goes on, how much they opt to use that attacking shot on these greens.
Yeah, it's a great tool to have, the drive or the aggression in your game. Gets the opposition thinking that maybe change their tactics a little bit. Being the first stand, it's a pretty tidy head.
Yeah, I mean, look at the bowls. They're sort of all within Kui. Probably only 2 bowls there that you would say the players will be disappointed with. The rest of them are fine. You know,
yeah.
Good line, but past the heads, happy days.
I think there is one off the screen down near the ditch, but could come into play.
So this Gordon Smith, the skip for the North Harbour team, plays with some quite old bowls, so they tend to come back. Thought he was winding up for a drive there for a second.
Oh, I didn't look too happy with that one.
They are reasonably slick greens.
Let's see what Jordan King's thinking here? Under the bowl with weight?
Would be absolutely tempting. When's it going to turn?
Yeah, he's certainly got the weight, but he might be just a bit wide.
It's one of the challenges on these slightly quicker greens is finding your breaking point. That was a lovely effort, really, from Jordan King.
Well, link 2. I think he was trying to just come under that short one there, Alex. Set the bowl trailer, Jack.
Came out a bit better. Well, I came out better.
Is he going to run?
Inside out.
Nah, just run away on him. Beautiful weight.
I like that. You run into something very good.
Yeah, so Riker just essentially saying, look, stay the same weight, just pull your line in a little bit.
Doesn't give much away, does he?
No,
Oh,
no.
it's just a little bit high again.
They are challenging bowls to play. Probably added a bit of weight if you look at where that bowl finishes.
Yeah.
2 there on the first end to the Bowls North Harbour team on this first of 15 ends. Players all sharing a laugh. I can't believe that's a Bowls Auckland hoodie. I don't know what I think about it. It sort of matches in with the shirts, doesn't it? So I hadn't really, until you pointed it out, I hadn't super duper noticed.
It's quite a different one. A few different ones there. There's some jackets.
Yeah.
I've seen some old jackets, some hoodies.
Got Liam Hill and the old Bowls.
He's got an
Auckland.
old one on. Yeah.
They were actually quite good. They're quite rain repellent, those old jackets. Not that I'd fit the one I used to have anymore.
So was that a 2?
It was a 2. To North Harbour.
To the North Harbour.
And they've played one end.
Okay, it's a fairly long length.
Oh, it was a lovely delivery. Be interesting to see also as this game goes on if we see the players favour one side. Everyone played the backhand side on that first end,
They
which
did.
is away from the clubhouse, and this end Mark leading off on the backhand again. Sometimes you find the leads just sort of go around the clock, Leif.
You try not to get into that habit.
Not ideal.
But, yeah. So Nick's been forced to change his hand now.
It is what it can do, eh? The lead sort of can dictate what side of the head all the bowls are going to be played on. And it looks like it's under the line, so absolutely the backhand's going to be the rest of this end.
Yeah, looks like it's quite a turning hand on that rink side. It is the what they call it, the surface. What's the
Starweed.
Starweed, that's the one. Yeah. So with the Starweed, you can get quite a heavy finish on your bowl quite late. And just those little reaching shots which Jordan King attempted on the first end can be quite difficult as well. You've really got to time it right.
Yeah, Starweed's really intriguing. Yeah, you say it's about when the breaking point of your bowl is a bit different to what you would find on a normal green.
Exactly.
And depending on the sort of Starweed, Howick's quite good. It's really well maintained, so the Starweed's little, so it's not too bumpy. But you can play on Starweed greens that are a little bit bumpy, and when you do that, there's usually 2 greens on the, or 2 greens that you can take because your bowl could straighten up hitting all the Starweed, or you can go around
Right.
it. But that's not the case here at Howick, and a beautiful bowl there from Nick Thompson.
That's a great correction from Nick. He'll be feeling good. He's got a touch there in the first 2 ends. Played 2 good opening bowls in the first end. He's a very steady player there, Nick. Good singles player as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'd like to have the jack in his hand and roll his length.
He's one of those ones when he sort of, if his eye's in, he could just put 2 within a mat every end forever.
Very consistent.
Interesting here. We've seen a lot of short bowls.
Yeah, everybody's crossed the line so far. It is still early in the match.
Maybe into the wind, or that slightly more, they say a more swinging hand will take the weight off a bowl. And at some point we're going to see
So
someone
here
go
we-
past. Must be very easy to do. See all those bowls just there, tight on the backhand. So with Carlson here, he'll be thinking, look, I want to miss wide,
Yeah.
and anywhere past is good. Like if anything, you take more green rather than less and just see what happens. That's exactly what he's done.
This is a nice track. How's the weight? He's very close here.
Really well played.
Yeah, his skipper will be happy with that. Still cross the line.
Yeah, certainly give it a lot of room to breathe. Tio looking to do the similar thing. Push it out on the backhand. Yep. And wait for it to come back home.
Watch the heavy finish on this bowl. Here it comes.
Yeah, big turn.
That is a big hand.
Just about coming back up the rink.
Well, there's still plenty of room. Nobody's really found this length.
Yeah, it's interesting. Can feel like a bit of a struggle sometimes. I mean, it's N2 to be fair, so
Exactly.
we won't see this in a few ends' time. Always found it. Bowls is one of those games where you almost have to find it for yourself because everyone's watching this happen and thinking it'll be so easy to double bluff yourself if everyone be short and narrow. Easy to double bluff and then be heavy and wide. But look at this Riker Gregory.
Beautiful bowl.
Oh, he's so good.
And a toucher.
It'd be just about my favourite bowler to watch play.
Right,
Riker. He's
okay.
just unbelievable level of talent. I think he started his bowls at Kapiti Coast, just above Bellington.
Right. I haven't seen much of him. He's he played for Auckland in the pennants just recently.
Yes. He's
It's another good attempt.
He's one of the bowlers you could give a rock and he'd still find a way to get it close to the jack.
Right.
You can see it in his delivery as well. Like it's pretty. That was a commentator's curse. His delivery is usually very smooth.
He wasn't quite sure when he let that one go, but
Yeah.
it's going to turn very hard. He's done it again. Yeah.
Oh, it's still a good bowl.
It looks like 3 to Auckland.
An ugly 3 as
North
well.
Harbour skipper has to play that wide swinging hand. 3 down, 1 right on sitting on the jack.
Good luck, Gordon.
Yes, he needs something special here.
I suppose the good thing is the jack's essentially touching the bowl, so you know where it's going to go. If there is connection, they'll be able to see what direction it's going in.
Just hope that he's taken notes here. It is a very hard finish on the bowler coming this direction. He's under a little bit of pressure. Oh. Wow, that's a... Oh, can't see.
He's steering it down. He's close. He's close. Oh, that would rip your ration book, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That was literally less than a quarter of a bowl away from being pretty good.
And he's actually finished out of bounds, so...
He played that perfect weight. Like the shot he played was try and play an absolute perfect bowl.
Just to sit on it and stop or just bring the jack. Yes, 3 down. Oh. Jordan's going to add another one.
We need to get the Bowls New Zealand cattle prod out again, Colin. Just sort of move these people away from the thing. What would you play here, Leif, if you're Gordon?
He's got to try and draw close as he can. 4 down, second hand. He was very close with his first one, a little bit stiff. He's got a better line on this one. Just can't see the weight.
He's not far away.
Tell you what.
Watch the finish on this bowl.
Under pressure, he's played a bomb.
That's a great bowl. Look how much the bowl kept running. Cut it down to 1. That's a great shot.
They look like the old red line, Taylor red lines.
They might be, yeah.
Yeah.
I've played them a little bit, and I remember, I think I've had a look at the date stamp, and it's he wouldn't play international bowls with them. They certainly do come back.
That's a fantastic shot from the North Harbour skipper there. He was under a lot of pressure. 4 down. George's got 1 to come. Managed to get second board, and he's hitting it a little bit too. So
it's in an ugly space. Like you couldn't even play. The forehand would be challenging to try and pick a gap there.
So Jordan's just going to pull up short there. Great shot from the North Harbour skip.
Yeah, I'd be clapping the... There you go. It's good from Carlson Bennett. When your skip does something like that, you let them know how good that bowl was.
Oh, yeah. So 1 to Auckland.
Nick here.
Now Nick will roll a jack to his length here. To his strength. Very good singles player, so up front he's going to be very steady for the Auckland team. He's rolled the shorter jack.
What are your thoughts on, like, do you have a preferred jack length in a game of fours? What would you say to your lead with that?
I don't say much. If I'm skipping in a team event, I just let the lead roll to his strength. And if things aren't working out for us, then I'll have a talk to the team and say, okay, we need to make a change, either longer or shorter. Bring the mat up, whatever you guys decide to do. I find it's best to involve the team in some decision making. Just because you're skipper, you've only got 2 bowls as opposed to there's 6. So, but for me as a singles player, I just rolled the jack to my strength all the time, which worked for me. So I just allow the lead to do that, knowing that he's going to set the head up for me. So Nick Thompson will be amazing with the jack in his hand. He's going to roll his strength. Very good singles player as well. He's going to be very tidy up front.
It's exactly what we're seeing here. He threw the jack to his length and
yeah,
first bowl a few inches behind.
Little grimace. I think he might be a little overweight with this one.
Oh, sometimes with Nicky grimaces and then like plays an absolute perfect bowl. And
well,
I wonder
look
if
at
it's
that.
just well, to be fair, he was a little bit wide.
Well, brilliant was a call from Jordan King, and he's got to be very happy with that.
Oh, it's classy, isn't it?
Nick Thompson, superstar.
Mark Rumble here on the back end. Be happy now with this first bowl. Want this one to run out. You don't want to finish in the line because a bit later on in the head they might have been looking at attacking that. Be disappointed with that bowl.
Casatio's playing that ditch side.
Big swing.
Let's see how this one reacts. Hasn't quite got it out there, Alex.
Oh yeah, you need to take more than you think.
It's
Look at
an
this.
exaggerated draw that side, yes. Beautiful weight.
Perfect weight.
That probably counts.
For North Harbour again, it's not necessarily about drawing the shot yet. You just try and make the head easier to do something with the last 3 or 4 bowls.
Yeah, the lead and the second, they're just drawing really. Trying to set a platform. At this stage, they're a good 2 down. No target. Let's just try and draw as close as you can.
Even if you're able to finish level but slightly wide, it makes it easier.
Exactly.
Teo, see if he can take the green this time. Well, he's not narrow.
And I think he needed to do that, to be fair, didn't he?
And we'll watch this bowl. I mean, it's not brilliant, but at least you haven't made the head any worse. Potentially covering something if North Harbour's going to attack it.
If you're behind, you're in the game, aren't you?
I mean, as bad bowls go, you go, oh, that's okay. I've still added to the head. Carlson here.
He's very close.
He's in the area.
Has he got the weight? It's a hold, and he has. Oh,
that was a really good bowl.
That's a great shot. Skipper's very happy with that.
Yeah, pretty classy stuff, and it means Riker's going to have to play his backhand. Steering it down.
He's just a bit overdone.
Natural inclination would be to play the forehand side.
Yeah, good call. You'll have to have the weight. The weight will be critical here. And he hasn't. Oh, has he?
Oh, I don't think
He's
has.
going to turn.
Look at that. It's by some margin as well. It's a hard one to correct from.
It's a tough call, that. He's called the right shot. That's a difficult one.
Oh, he's frustrated at that bowl.
Yeah.
Might be a rinse and repeat of the first one that we saw finish at sort of 5 o'clock. Yeah, look at that. Same bowl twice.
Let's see if we can make the adjustment. There's definitely a wider.
Came out a bit better that time. Steering it down.
He.
It needs to hold. It needs to hold. That's a good shot.
Wow.
Great bowl.
How's Nick Thompson feeling? He's played 2 crackers and they've got him. Who's holding shot?
What do I have to do? It feels like North Harbour's clinging on. Played some really well-timed bowls.
So Riker's 2 bowls are in the ideal position, aren't they? The jack's pointing straight towards his 2.
Gordon just wandering down.
Yeah, Jordan will give us an indication as to position on the head. It looks like he's playing some weight.
And something, no, nothing happened. Always intrigues me on quicker greens, trying to visualise the best speed to play any attacking shots with. Like in the older, in times gone by in New Zealand when we had really fast greens, it was just a draw or drive game. You didn't bother trying to play a weight where you had to pick a breaking point. You just go straight at it or you draw. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a tough one. They play those shots very well in Australia because the greens allow them to do that. But over here, it's a very, very difficult shot.
So Gordon just running for cover here. You can see the jack is sort of set to go back in that 5 o'clock direction.
Straight back to Riker's 2 bowls, and he's in a pretty good position here.
Jordan just try and make his correction. If he gets past the front black bowl at 12, there's going to be a connection. Simple as that.
He's very close.
He's got to be close. Square?
Jeez, that turn.
Square? Oh! He would have felt like that was close out of his hand as well.
Yeah. Very tough shot to play, like you were just explaining. On that wide hand, which is an exaggerated draw to start with. Delicate weight. Don't think he'd be trying too hard to add another one here. Although he is having a pretty good attempt.
I wouldn't be trying too hard. One there to North Harbour. They'll be absolutely thrilled with that.
Good contest so far.
It is. You'd sense there'll be some frustration in the Auckland camp here because if we look at the 8 bowls versus the 8 bowls, Auckland's sort of playing 5 or 6 out of 8 good bowls, and North Harbour 3 or 4, but 3 or 4 absolute bombs. And that's the sort of thing. If your team can keep doing that, North Harbour will feel like they'll be chuffed to be 3-1 up, and you feel like you can work into that and start sort of working together. Auckland will be thinking, what do we have to do to score a number? Interesting game so far. Of course, there's another Fours team, so I think it's they've picked. I'll reach for the thing. 3 teams. There's Premier Development, and 1 to 5, and there's 8 people per team. And at the end of the day, I think they combine all the wins and losses and figure out which centre comes out on top. It is to win a game of fours, you get your centre 4 game points. To win a game of pairs, you get 2 game points, and to win a game of singles, you get 1 game point. And they have to play them all out because it may come back to points differential if it's drawn at the end of the day. So quite a large event, really.
Yeah, it's a great concept, this. I love this. Everybody's accountable. And that's what bowls is about, isn't it? You know, you're accountable for your own performance, plus you're playing as for an overall result. Nick Thompson
Hasn't taken them long to favour that left-hand side on the screen.
Exactly.
Experimented with the backhand once on end 2 and have decided, no, we'll stick to this hand.
It'll be interesting to see once there's a short bowl in the way, will they just elect to try and navigate that, or will they swap and throw it out wide on the other side? It's still turning quite nicely on this other side of the rink.
Yeah, that's a lovely correction there from the North Harbour lead, Mark Rumble. And Nick Thompson.
Nick Thompson's played brilliant so far.
Yeah, he's missed 1 bowl. It's not a bad effort, really.
He'd be feeling good about himself.
He's had those bowls for a long time as well.
I was talking to him earlier this morning when he was putting the stickers on, and he's got another set. They're a size 5, these ones. He's got another set of size 4. They're due for a retread, these ones. Like you said, he has had them for a long time.
I think they're Green Masters. They're one or the other. They're a strange little brand. Plays with them very well, so there's no need to change if that's coming out of your hand well and doing what you want it to do.
Well, a lot of bowlers are superstitious in a way, so they'll stick with what they know. He's got, like I said, he's got another set, but he's a bit reluctant to pull them out.
That's fair enough.
I was the same. When I was back playing, I had the one set and took them everywhere with me. Just made the adjustment to the green. We see some people have multiple sets and they'll
Chop and
play.
change.
Yeah, depending on the pace of the green, they'll change to a different set. But I just liked the set that I had in my hand, and I just made the adjustment.
Carlson here on his backhand. Interesting.
Let's see if he's been watching.
So easy to be narrow. All right.
Looks like a nice line, but I still think he's going to cross over.
Once it starts turning, those bowls, they just don't want to stop.
It's a good effort. A great shot, actually.
You happy enough with that? And this is what you're talking about. As we see Jordan indicate to play the forehand, but there's going to be a point where it's real tempting to switch to the backhand side. As we got that short bowl of Nick Thompson's, it sits at 10 o'clock, so the forehand looks a little bit cluttered, but we know the backhand's really hard to play, so decisions.
Well, he's called him around them two short bowls, and where his bowl just finished, you can do that quite easily. There's enough turn on that side of the rink to... So even though this ditch side's wide, the other side's quite a heavy bias as well.
This could be interesting.
This is a good line. How's the weight?
I saw him play an absolute beauty in the last end. Oh, not far
Great
away.
attempt.
Good second shot. North Harbour beginning to isolate the shot bowl. Smooth as silk there from Riker. How long is it going to hold for, though? That's the question.
Oh, very... same as your last. Touch the jack, brilliant.
Easy shot.
Played very well. He's out there again. Jeez, he's close here, Alex.
He's very close. Look at this. Has he got... Oh, it's just going to hold a little bit.
Wow.
I don't think he couldn't have given that a much better effort. Extremely challenging ball to play.
No target or anything, and he nearly pulled it off.
Riker stalking down after his bowl. Now watch what this bowl does at the end of the track. That's a good shot.
Yeah. Beautiful weight. Well played. Well played, Riker. That's exactly what the opposition was trying to do. Now he's presented a little bit of a target.
Holding two, and we've got that bowl of John's that sits at 7 o'clock to the jack.
So the Auckland skipper in this direction played a bomb to pull his team out of a bit of trouble. See if he can produce the same this time.
Yeah, there's been some really well-timed bowls from the skip and the three. Gordon here.
He's playing that hard weight. Just try and sit and stay.
So challenging.
Move the jack.
These bowls will turn if they're given the chance. Just down to what speed he's picked, and you can see there that's overplayed for the shot, so it took a long time to break. Well, he stopped at the back of the ring.
Well, I think he might play a bit more weight with the next one.
Yeah, I agree.
He's got a back bowl now. It's a very difficult shot at the time. Let's see what Jordan's going to do. He doesn't really want to fatten it up anymore. He's looking on the forehand.
Trailing by 2, the Auckland team. Just be looking to bide their time, I think. Jordan.
Trying to draw another counter on the forehand. And just a little overweight, but a great attempt. That's a very handy bowl there too.
Yeah, I would be surprised if he doesn't wind up here.
I think he has to play more weight.
Yeah. Yep, colour me surprised, Leif.
I'll tell you what.
And what do I know? This could be brilliant here.
He's got the shot.
Oh, well played. Very cool.
Oh, he's a little bit unlucky there. He's got the split and run away, but wow.
That was a really well played bowl. He was incredibly unlucky, really. If he'd been an eighth of a bowl narrow, he would have got sort of inside out and sat for one. Brave bowl to play.
Oh, very confident shot. Obviously felt good about it and confident playing it, and did.
I would have lost a lot of money betting that he was going to wind up there.
Yeah.
It's
Mate,
a
you and me both.
nice target. But goodness, what a well played bowl that was. So, 1 to the Auckland team.
It's a good contest so far, Alex.
Yeah, it's been an enjoyable game to watch. You still feel like the team's sort of feeling it out a little bit, but we've seen some pretty classy bowls. Nick Thompson stand out at lead at the moment. But the skipping the three, Gordon and John from North Harbour.
Been outstanding.
They have been outstanding, haven't they? You know, just playing with incredible confidence and getting some fantastic results.
He was a little bit unlucky with his last one, to be fair, but the shot that he played was just incredible. He's quite brave to attempt that again. And
It's hard to describe how challenging that bowl is to play. You know, you're playing with older bowls on a quick green, on a swinging hand. You have to be within a bowl at the, you know, your bowl has to travel 35 metres to get a bowl size target.
he had to play it perfectly, and he did. It's
Lovely
a good
shot.
sign from the North Harbour skipper.
Oh, they'll be
to
taking
attempt that, yeah.
a lot of confidence there. You know, it means that they feel like they can play anything, which is good.
That's why he's selected as a skip.
Yeah, clearly.
Alex has an array of shots in the bag. Can play with varying degrees of weight. A slight correction here from Nick. Beautiful line with his first bowl.
Just walking after it a little bit.
Such a good play to watch. Always going to be thereabouts.
Yeah, look at that.
There's
Great
the
stuff.
correction. Yep.
Beautiful leading.
It's a sign of a good singles player, really, isn't it? He's finished on the line again. Can't ask for much more.
Yeah, it's about right.
Just behind the jack.
Mark steering this one down. Should be close. How's the finish? Oh, goodness, that can be frustrating. He was maybe 2 rolls away from perfection, but good leading here from these two. That's
exactly.
four bowls within a mat.
So the other men's Prem team and the Falls are playing 2 rinks away. Just can't see the scoreboard at the moment. Tio has sat the shot bowl. Yes, he
Beautiful.
has. Well played.
Great stuff from this Auckland team. Carlson, Bennett now the 2. So Gordon thinking, well, do I get him to play the forehand or the backhand? And he said either. So then you're asking you're essentially saying whatever you're most comfortable with.
Whoa.
Down to your weight now.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Yeah, found fresh air, but gave himself a chance.
You could almost bet at this stage of the game. You play whatever hand you like. You can flip a coin and you know what side he's going to play. He's going to play the other side. So yeah, again, very consistent.
Want to move it too much. Oh, isn't. That's a
Beautiful.
good bowl. Nice head building here for the Auckland team. I'll be thinking, surely we can scramble a number here. Carlson on his backhand. Looked like he gave it a bit more of a push than his previous bowl, and you can see that here.
He's just overdone that. Okay, Rico, if you can add another one here, you're starting to apply some pressure.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Is this one of those situations where you think to yourself, look, we'll just stack the head up.
Yeah.
If North Harbour attacks, it's probably going to kill, which is no loss. You know, you're not going to drop numbers, stack it up and see what happens.
Has he got the jack?
Ooh.
Yes, he has.
Oh, I didn't like the riding of the bowl there. That's
Well,
okay.
it's a beautiful head. Bit unfortunate there.
He's a bit stiff. I think
I
he
think
knew.
it's one to Auckland.
Yeah, one down. The moment he let it go, he saw Riker's head go down, so he must have known he was underneath the line. And if you're slightly underneath the line, there's always that bit of a danger. You might accidentally hold up long enough to move the jack.
Exactly. Well, it's a confident call. The third in the skip has played very well so far.
Yeah. Was on his forehand coming back in this direction a couple of ends ago that John played the bowl of the game so far. He was about 20 down on the head and played a perfect bowl to sort of sit inside out for one.
Just a metre away it was called.
He just wants it to let go.
He had the weight, but he's just a little cautious, wasn't it? A little cautious with it. Another difficult shot, but he's playing with so much confidence here.
Came out with a bit of wobble that time. John steering down the bowl.
Oh, he's under. I think he's got a couple of chances there if he can just contact the black and turn it in.
And it seems to be with that weight that we've seen Gordon favouring as well. That nice sort of 2 or 3 feet over. North Harbour haven't shown an inclination to attack a lot in this game.
It'd be tempting in a head like that to just play up, but they're only one down. There you go, just try and roll it in.
Seems to be their game style. Jordan Early would contrast, to be fair, with the way that Jordan and Riker play. So Jordan on his backhand, he's seen something. He just called Riker to play a metre over. So they've got more bowls around the head than North Harbour do. So you're just looking to
change the head up a little bit.
Change it a little bit.
Try and present an opportunity for a number. He's in the area.
If he's got the weight, it's close. This could get so unlucky.
Oh,
Jesus.
Frustration.
Yeah, he was a bowl narrow there. A bowl wider, you create an opportunity for a 4 or a 5. Instead, he may have given the shot away. And if he has given the shot away, what does that leave? What do you do if you're North Harbour now?
Looking at options. So generally, when you're holding shot, you would try and preempt what the opposition's going to play before you decide what you're going to play. Jordan has quite a few bowls in the head there, so I'd imagine he's going to poke a little bit of weight down there and just see if he can get a result from it.
Yeah, there should be a good result on.
He may even elect to go quick at his bowl onto the 2 North Harbour bowls.
Yeah, cannon them both out
if
of
he
the
can
head.
remove them, yeah.
Slightly narrow through the split, you do a similar thing. And narrower than that, probably not so good. One cannon the
Well, that's right.
bowl of Rikers out.
They're only one down. Let's see what they decide to do. But is he going to elect to try and draw another close one, or is he going to run for the back for a bit of cover?
He's on the forehand. Still,
He's not out wide enough. Oh, he'd be disappointed with that one.
Isn't that interesting though? Because he's not under. Bowls is a fascinating game. We've seen Gordon when he's been 4 and 5 down and up a creek with no paddles, play absolute bombs, and he gets to a head where the opposition gives the shot away, so he's holding one, and his bowls narrow out of bounds.
Yeah, it's loaded with danger for him. He's got all the bowls against him coming in. I'm just not quite sure what he was trying to do.
It almost looked like
He was trying to draw another close one, but something around the back at this stage, I would have thought. He does have the last bowl. Or does he?
Yeah, he does.
He does, yes.
It wasn't played with a super duper amount of conviction here. Jordan, the way he's cleaning that bowl would indicate some weight is going to happen.
He's got a strong grip on this one.
On his forehand. Let's watch this one real carefully.
Yeah.
Good call. He's close here. He's close. Good bowl.
Oh, look at that.
Good result. That was well played. That was a good enough shot.
Is it just the one? Now,
I think just the one.
now he's opened the head up. We'll see another aggressive shot here. Bowl or jack.
On the forehand.
Yep.
It's interesting with Jordan's bowl. He was maybe an eighth of a bowl narrow. So there would have been... Someone just walked into the camera. Thanks, team. There would have been a moment, your heart's in your mouth, because it sat there and he had cannoned their own bowl out and you're a couple down, but his collision bowl followed through and did the business. So good shot there from Jordan King, but like you said, last bowl here now from Gordon Smith. He hasn't missed many of his last bowls.
He'll be looking straight at that kitty. And, oh.
Giving it a chance to turn.
It was a different... He's got a hold.
He needs something square here for the North Harbour team.
Oh.
He'll be disappointed with that. Oh, that was quite impressive from Riker.
Yeah. I just don't think he had the weight for the shot there. Don't know if he has a firm drive on him.
The way the game's been played, I would suggest maybe he doesn't. So that was, what did we decide that was to Auckland there?
I think it was just the one.
So all square. And we're on end 6. Been a great game of fours.
We've had some good heads here. We've had some good shots. They're playing the game correctly. Nothing silly at this stage, but just needed a bit more weight on that last shot. It would have looked beautiful from the mat. Good result from Jordan King. He was in the area.
Yeah, played it with weight that his collision bowl could always
Well, he wasn't going to smash it
do
to
something
pieces,
handy,
was he?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, wind up a bit more than that. Your collision bowl would have sheared off the head.
Another good start from Nick.
The bowl. See Mark there. On the forehand, the rain isn't as bad as it looks on the cameras. We've got very good cameras, and it brings up the water to look a little bit worse than it is. It's fine, really. It's nice conditions.
Yeah, just a light breeze out there. You can see the flag just slightly moving around the back, but other than that, a little bit of drizzle. The bowlers won't mind that at this stage.
Got some updates that I can give to you for scores. The men's fours 2-4 to North Harbour. The other men's fours after 4 ends. So that's Neil Fisher against Gary Lawson and the Skips. McDonald and versus Bradshaw, which must be the Premier Development. They've played 4 ends. McDonald's on 5. I'm not sure what Bradshaw's on. Poppleton versus Blucher. North Harbour is 2-4 down after 4 ends. On the women's side, Elaine McClintock, Pinky McClintock leads 7-0 over the Auckland team after 4 ends. Wendy Jensen, the North Harbour skip, trails 2-3 after 4 ends to Motu. Akaruru leads, and she's the Auckland skip, 6-3 over Rice after 4 ends. And Strickland over Chen 3-2 after 4. If you're interested in up-to-date results, you can go to the Bowls Auckland Facebook page. There is a post there with all 3 live streaming results and a results tab, which is quite handy to go have a look at. You can see how all the teams are going.
You mentioned Agimato out there playing. Mia, is it her niece?
Yes.
Mia Motu has the title fight. Was it last night? Or
It was last night, yeah. Last time I checked she was winning it. I presume she
was
successful. Very great sporting family, the Motus.
Yeah. And, of course, young Davey. Very good up-and-comer young player. Just returned from England, actually, for the Professional Bowls
That's right.
Association, yeah.
I think one of the youngest ones to go over there. Of course, Jamie Hill spent some time in England playing on that circuit in the early noughties.
They play on the portable rink still. The PBA. Two good lead shots from Nick Thompson again. He's might be one down now. No, just run through.
Literally, we're on end 6, so he's played 12 bowls. I can think of one bowl that you'd be a little bit disappointed with. So 11 out of 12 was pretty
Superstar,
good
isn't
going.
he? Yeah. Wouldn't want to be playing him in the singles match this afternoon. Beautiful bowl here.
Look at that.
Look at that. Yep.
Holding
Well played.
3 here, Auckland. Just feel they just sort of, you're just turning the screw a little bit.
Yeah.
From the Auckland point of view, you just want to consistently put pressure on your opposition and wait patiently, and sometimes you're able to score another. Other times the opposition continues to play those great bowls that
When they're needed, yes.
when required.
It can become frustrating, but that's why we play the game.
It's actually really good head here for Auckland because they're holding a number, but it's reasonably scattered. Say holes for bowls, there's room for a nice shot to get a bit unlucky from the North Harbour point of view.
Well, basically they have to draw the shot, don't
Yeah,
they?
so it's
nothing to run into.
sort of the best way to try and score a number if you are Auckland. And that bowl again, gone past, he's high of the jack or level of the jack.
So there we go, holding 4. Pressure starting to apply, as you were saying.
Yeah, it just means the North Harbour has to play the hardest possible bowl, and they'll be happy to cut it down to 1 here.
He needs a little bit of luck here. He's a little bit overweight, and
Look at this.
got the jack, has he?
I don't know.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. What a bowl. Look what they just keep doing it. That's a beautiful shot. I mean, they've just, under pressure every time, they have come up with the shots, and there will be some frustration from the Auckland
Oh,
team.
exactly, yeah. He was a metre over with his first bowl. Tried to make the correction. Kept the same weight. Trailed the jack back. Must be holding at 2 at least.
And again,
Jordan King.
well, if you're Jordan King, your team's done everything that they're supposed to do, and you consistently cross over and look like a little bit of trouble for no... you'll be thinking, I don't understand. I'll be surprised if it holds long enough. But
I don't think he has the weight, does he?
There's underneath. He plays with Aerodynamics, I think,
Yep.
Jordan King. So they're the slightly tighter running Aero bolt. Oh, it's the sound.
Whoop, there's
The
a
jack's
drive.
gone back up the rink. That's cool. I love seeing that in bowls.
That was Mike Bradshaw. And, there's another counter.
Oh, look at
Wow.
this.
Now the pressure's turned. It's now on Jordan King.
Fantastic game. We'll see on the other rink. They've called an umpire to see if the jack is still legal, which they will find it is.
Jordan King just hasn't... Has he got the weight?
Needs a good result. Needs a
No,
good
he
result.
hasn't.
Oh, no. That's a gutting end for the Auckland team. Turned around by John, and Gordon has an opportunity just to rub a bit of salt into the wound here.
Exactly.
Now,
No.
2 minutes ago, Auckland would have been thinking, I was talking about it. It was a head where you look at it and you think, we've got a real chance of scoring a number here. 5 to North Harbour. That's staggering and brilliant from Hindmarsh.
But we're almost at the halfway point too. Wow. Good contest now.
Yeah, I got nothing. So if you're the Auckland team, right, so you've just dropped an ugly 5. So trailing by 5 at the halfway mark. We know the Auckland team arguably playing more consistently than North Harbour.
Well, the front two are certainly on top.
So do you change the game plan then, or do you stick with it and go, it'll come right?
I think you just grit your teeth. You maybe have a talk about a change of length, maybe bring the mat up, because the front two Auckland players are on top of their two opposition.
Yeah.
The third and the skipper have done exceptionally well for North Harbour. grit your teeth and get as close as you can and try and provide that opportunity. But I think they might need to change the length, maybe bring the mats up.
Yeah. Just change something.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's been a fascinating game of bowls to commentate on. As the rain continues to come down. Starbead shouldn't slow down for a long time when it rains.
It's not
Sort
that
of-
heavy, but it's quite consistent now,
Yeah.
the rain. But
It's a pretty good drainage here. Look at this bowl here on the next rink to that short jack. Imagine not drawing the shot there. Really disappointed.
you could spoon one out of bounds, I suppose. It was quite close to the boundary peg. Although, in saying that, the two leads have had a pretty good contest here.
Yeah, I think Nick's been the standout, but Mark has kept up with him. And we see that demonstrated here. Probably Mark's had good weight all the time, but his line hasn't been as perfect as
Yeah,
Nick's.
Nick's actually got the shot, but the four lead bowls from both opponents there have been within a yard, haven't they,
Yeah,
each time?
quite consistently.
So they're effective. And Nick coming down towards the jack. Is he going to run away? No, he's got perfect weight.
Handy bowl, good bowl.
Brilliant. Good control. So Auckland will need to win this end.
That's out, yeah.
At the halfway point. Just lost a 5. Geez, I need to win this end, yeah. Lose a 2 here. Hold on is the call. Yeah, exactly.
Tio here on his back end. He's got very clean shoes. Tio, maybe they're his representative shoes, Leif. Just sort of saves them for special occasions.
Well, when I first started playing, I was only a young fellow. We used to get told, long as your shoes are clean, you got to look the part.
Fair enough.
And back in those days, you could wear the brown shoes. Now they've got multicoloured shoes, but it's predominantly white and tan. They call them.
Yeah. No, I like the brown shoes.
Yeah.
We have brown shoes for indoor bowls. What are they
Yeah.
called? Greens with a Z.
Oh,
at
great.
the
That's
end.
right. Yeah.
Very, very comfortable. I wore them to outdoor once, and Jordan King actually came up to me and said, "Oh, do you have a date stamp for your shoes?" Do you think they're allowed to be worn? They're not allowed anything over 20 years old, but very comfortable.
I'm still a bit old-fashioned in that way. I always wear a white shoe. I'm with Drake's Pride, and they've got all the colourful shoes out there, but I just stick with the white
Stick
ones.
with the white one?
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I like the white ones. Well, here we go. Look at this.
Great
Now,
shot. Oh, rolled away from the jack.
got still 1 to North Harbour.
Holding one, he says.
Just has to be drawn, doesn't it? Really.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about here. Haven't seen any umbrellas pop out on the green yet. I've seen Mike Bradshaw, who's on the next rank. He often plays with an umbrella. He'll just sort of
Is that right?
tuck it under and then play a bolt, which I thought was quite clever.
That's a handy bowl there.
Yeah, be pleased enough. Riker
Oh, okay.
got a miss wide here. And you miss wide because you've got those two shelfie bowls that sit at.
That's a quite a tough call.
Got a miss wide.
I think percentages are still on the other hand, but
He knows he's missed it as well.
it was a great attempt. You could still sit the bowl on the backhand and make a couple.
Saw John's first bowl go past the head, so be looking to make a correction here. Steering it down.
Well, he's in the area. Just needs to. No, he's going to crash, is he?
Similar
No.
bowl again. Yeah, so Riker persisting on the forehand. His weight was quite good, but like we say, just you miss on the wide side. You got those 2
Yeah.
bowls to use.
I just think the percentages are still on the other side. He can sit the shot bowl. He can get back to the jack. This is a fairly tough shot to play. Might get lucky. No.
4 bowl. Interesting.
He still has options on the other hand.
Yeah, it's just an intriguing. So North Harbour, are they holding 1 or 2 there? Is that bowl at that blue? Who's the blue bowl at 12? Certainly 1 to that black bowl.
Is that Tio's bowl?
I can't see a sticker on it, but it might be Tio's bowl. I thought it was. It's Carlson's playing.
I think the
blue
Corbels will
bowls
try
as
and
well.
turn that up or sit the black. You could sit the black bowl and make 2 on the other side, and let's see what Jordan elects to play.
So it's quite interesting. Oh, but Gordon's playing very well. His anchor foot seems to. Wouldn't mind watching it in slow motion. It takes a step forward, and then his ankle.
Yeah, he's almost in an awkward position, isn't he?
I don't really understand how his right foot ends up not on the mat. It doesn't make sense. He's playing great bowls. We've seen great bowls from both Gordon and John. And I suppose it doesn't matter how you get it out of your hand as long as if it's doing what it's supposed to do.
If you do the same
cares?
thing. Okay, this will be interesting to see what Jordan elects to play.
He was pretty.
He's looking backhand.
Yeah, the way he's lining up. Yeah, so they had a conversation here.
I like this shot a lot better.
I'm not sure if it's going to
really,
break.
they need to win the end, really. There's a bit of water on the green now. How does that affect the starweed?
Starweed usually holds its speed until the last minute, and then it'll quite dramatically slow down. So once you start seeing it pull, that'll be the point at which it goes. So the chalk will probably, if the chalk starts fading on the green, that'll be an indication that it'll start slowing down.
Okay.
But starweed usually holds it up, okay. And the starweed greens here in particular are very well looked after at Howick. Used to have a lot of starweed greens in Auckland, less now. Mostly the waterweed, the Maniatoto, seems to be in favour. We'll wait here from Jordan. He's close.
Looks very close.
He's close. Great bowl.
Good
That's
shot.
what we were talking about earlier. On these greens, it almost feels easier just to go straight at it, doesn't it?
Yep. 2 to Auckland. Very much needed to. Let's see what they elect to do with the length here. So Nick has put the mat right back.
This is where it's Jordan's prerogative to you just have a conversation with the team. Like I was talking about before. Maybe a 2 to 2 length. Well, I actually don't hate that. I wouldn't mind stretching it out because those shots that North Harbour are playing, those reaching bowls, in theory are harder on a 2 to 2 metre length than they would be on a short one. Great shot there from Jordan King.
Exactly. Had to win that end.
You talk about timing, eh? That was perfect timing.
Take control of the length. You can start to settle down now. 3 to difference. Still a long way to go.
Yeah, 3 feels a lot better than the 6 or 7 he would have been down at the halfway mark.
Nick Thompson. Oh, reliable.
Look at that. Again within that sort of mat. See if I can find some updates on the scores.
You can see 5-3 on 6 ends.
So just a reminder, if you are tuning in, thank you. But if you want to check out the results, there is a spreadsheet available on the Bowls Auckland Facebook page with the results. It's got the squads and then the Premier Development and 1 to 5 and overall results as they come in. Of course, there's none in yet. And there's no update since last time I read it out. It's pretty evenly spread between North Harbour and Auckland. We have the live updates, of course, only from the Howick Bowling Club. I think the 1 to 5s are over the bridge somewhere. Sunny Bray, just off the top of my head, Sunny Bray. I knew that. Just took me a while to think about it. Look at this here. Great leading from these two. That's a beautiful bowl. Jordan saying just to get past on the backhand, please.
Okay, so Tio hasn't got it out wide enough, or has he?
Oh, I'd be surprised if he did. Yeah, just coming across the head.
That could count. That could be 2 shots. The game's interesting now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a fascinating game the entire time. I think a really good example of well-timed bowls from, North Harbour finds themselves at 8-5 in front.
Yep.
Because they've played
That trail of the jack.
really well-timed bowls. You trail it back, you get a 5. And it's an interesting conversation to be had about coding, because if we were coding this game, I would argue that the Auckland team would be up on the stats.
Yep.
And an end ago, they were like 5 down on the
On the scoreboard.
on the scoreboard. So bowls is as much about timing as it is your percentages.
Okay, step out wide. Still struggling with that line on that ditch side of the green.
He's going to need a really good result here.
Going to get a touch, is he? Oh, jeez.
Oh,
He got second wood.
imagine if he got a feather off the blue. Metronomic delivery from Riker Gregory.
Interesting now, because there's a little poker shot on the forehand for North Harbour with 2 bowls waiting. I wonder if that short bowl's in the way.
No, it looks like it's a good guide at a glance. Gordon just building the head up though. Maybe it's a shot that Gordon will play a little bit later on.
Possibly. Good balance, look at that.
Yeah, the anchor foot, no danger of flying away for John.
Played this, so it's just going to stop. Beautiful line. Riker.
Yeah, just a metronome.
I'm not too happy with it.
It's so
So
frustrating.
that one just didn't turn like the others.
Yeah.
Oh, here it comes.
I suspect we are beginning to see the rink become a bit affected by the rain, as you spoke about earlier.
What a nice, simple technique, isn't it? Good balance. The foot's on the mat. It's pointing in the direction he wants to go.
Nice weight there from John, just under the line. So for Jordan, you just chuck a couple of bowls on the backhand side and see if you can.
He needs to draw
Scramble a
another
3.
close one, really. Yeah.
Otherwise, that red bowl's looking pretty lonely.
It'd be tempting to try to sit that bowl out, wouldn't it? Unless Jordan can take that shot away from him.
Just lining up on the backhand. Another nice delivery from Jordan.
No, he's a good player, isn't he?
Yeah. You look at you talk about aiming with your feet. If you look at Jordan's back foot and the lead foot, they're both in line when he takes a step. It's a commentator's curse there to be talking about how lovely someone's delivery is for them to play their bare bowl. But watch Gordon's anchor foot here. I don't understand.
It looks as though he has a bit of a twisting motion in his body when he stretches out to follow through, and the weight transfers forward.
Like, I mean, he's super effective. He's played some fantastic bowls, so you wouldn't change it. But it just confusing. Jordan needs to make a correction here.
Yeah.
Such a lonely red bowl of Nick's. If you could wind up now, Gordon's bowl actually makes the target.
Has he got the weight to? Yes, he has.
Oh,
Beautiful
great
bowl.
shot.
Now the aggression shot. No,
Yep.
no. I'll trailer jack there for 2.
He'll probably nail this. If he gets past the front stuff, how's the weight here from Gordon? How's the weight?
Needs a
Wouldn't
touch.
get a wick, would he?
Oh!
Jesus. 2 there to the Auckland team. 7-8 now.
Smiles all round. 8-7.
Great game. Titanic tussle.
He's elected to go longish again.
Must be the logic, I think.
Oh no.
And on his backhand, we'll see him on his backhand. He's just delivered the jack. It's quite nice as a lead when you get into that rhythm, isn't it? You deliver the jack and then your first bowl, you just go.
It's lovely to have the jack in your hand if you're playing lead or and when you're playing singles. It's a good point for people when they go out and do some training or something. Roll the jack. Not all the time maybe, but roll the jack. It's a very... You got to try to develop that relationship between roller jack and your first bowl, don't you? You got to roll the jack to your strength.
Yeah.
There's no greater feeling than somebody, your opposition rolls the jack and then you beat them to it with your first bowl. But it's terrible when someone does it to you. So you find that relationship between the jack and your first bowl. It got to be very hard to beat, and that's something that people just really should train.
Yeah.
Just so it becomes instinctive for them.
Got a spectator in the background. He's got an umbrella.
So Nick, sticker's coming off, I think.
Well, he's not coming unstuck. The sticker is. Usually it's a reverse problem with stickers. You put them on once and it's like they've been super glued onto the bowl. Nick's first bowl, a nice position there at 7 o'clock, and
here he comes.
Second bowl, just a little bit past. It's 2 good lead bowls.
It is, yeah, exactly. Bit of an arm wrestle now. One shot the difference. Both would dearly love to win this end.
Yeah. The tension will be rising, particularly with representative bowls. Yeah. It's not like you're playing an event. You're playing representing your club and your district. So there's a lot of pride on the line, and you've been selected to play in these teams. So I've always found representative play to be pretty special.
Yeah. Oh, it's an amazing moment in your life and in your career when you first get selected to play in a representative team. Like I said earlier, with the ultimate goal of going away for the National Inter-Centre,
yeah.
Possibly win a national title with your teammates. There's always a lot of pride and passion once you put that strip on. You almost become a different player, don't you? You see the game with a different perspective.
Oh, yeah. I love representative. The play's fantastic. And it's always a different
standard.
Yeah, different standard and different feeling, because in the competition play, if you lose a game, that you're out, right? You're finished with your day and it's over. Representative bowls, whichever team here loses has to get themselves back into the headspace to win in about 5 minutes when they go on to their peers match. So I think you become a better bowler because of it, and it just sort of builds up just the psychology.
Well, everybody's accountable for their own performance. If you don't you might win the game, but you didn't personally perform that well, you'll feel a little bit of pressure to go out and correct that for the next one, knowing the selectors are watching.
Yeah.
Just the accountability. It's a good development tool, It should bring the best out of you.
Carlson Bennett here on his backhand.
Just going to pull up short, but that team dearly love to win this end, but nobody's really nailed the jack yet, Alex. They've played very well. They've had some nice close bowls, but
just there or thereabouts.
Haven't got that one right on it. To secure the end for your team. Easy to say.
On the backhand. Oh, I'm not sure.
No.
He used to play, I think Riker used to play with, do you remember Alphas?
Yep.
Insight Alphas? I think he was like one of 2 players in New Zealand that used to play with Alphas. The other one's actually here as well, Simon Poppleton. And they were very narrow-biased Henselite bowl that people used to struggle with, but Riker and Simon could both make them talk.
Okay.
Not sure what he plays with now.
Yeah, you don't see too many of the narrow bias bowls anymore.
They've gone back out of favour, eh? I
Yeah.
think it's well, it's a fair reflection. I think
The greens just don't allow it these days. If the green's a bit bumpy, the tighter bowls, you just don't get enough out of them.
Yep. Thanks, Gordon.
Just a bit overdone, I think.
I was I'm going to go on a little tangent. I was at Parramahoe Bowling Club yesterday, Leif, for their centenary. So we presented them a centenary plaque, and I did a little speech, and I was researching other things that happened in 1923, and I discovered in 1923 that the Dunlop Tyre Company entered the world of bowls, and they were advertising a perfect bowl, as we see a perfect bowl. That's a great shot from John. They advertised a perfect bowl made of rubber. They said in 1923 that it was better than composite bowls and wooden bowls. It was a real solid rubber bowl, and clearly that didn't catch on, but intriguing.
It is. I've never heard of that one, but the old wooden bowls, they have experimented a bit. Yeah, they use the compacted powder and stuff. It's quite a process, isn't it? How
Yeah,
they
it
make
is.
a bowl.
Yeah, amazing. They're quite condensed now, heavier than they used to be. Wow.
And you notice some of the bowls are slightly heavier depending on the colour.
Yes, yeah.
The white and yellow ones in particular. Oh, he's playing some weight.
Oh, bounced. Through the split at the back of the head. Interesting. So that great shot from John Hindmarsh. It's a small target, isn't it?
It is. It is. Just talking about that, John. He's just produced the goods when his team needed him the most. And there it is again. He's done it again perfectly, beautifully.
Been very
They're
much
trying to hang on to that little bit of a lead. We're into the second half of the game now. Don't think that's wide enough, but
I'd be surprised.
he's got a little bit of weight on this, has he?
He's got enough weight. Oh, that was actually a fantastic effort.
Is he going to wobble through there for another shot? No. He's taken Jordan's shot off him now.
And he's managed to move. Yeah, I was just going to say he's managed to block the backhand. Oh, I'd be frightened to have a go at this on the forehand side in case you somehow cannon the blue bowl out. But maybe there's a shot on. What would you play, Leif?
I'd probably pin the ears back and go big at those 3 bowls and get a kill.
Yeah, exactly. Suppose if you wind it up properly, you guarantee if you hit the black bowl at 10 o'clock, at least 3 of the bowls are going, so you're still only going to drop a 1.
You're going to remove something, yeah.
So you go from 1 down to 1 down, which is fine. So we think Jordan on the forehand will hit one of those 3 bowls with weight to the car park. I quite like that call.
So what we talked about earlier, so there is a holding shot, but you look at the North Harbour team. They're trying to preempt what Auckland's going to play. And it looks as though Jordan's going to try and draw it in the backhand.
Okay.
Unless
technically
they've spotted they could lose a number out here if North Harbour happen to splash the jack out that way.
Yeah, fair
It
point.
could be danger. Concede the 1 and cover that.
Just sort of talk about taking your medicine a little bit.
Yep. Smart move, if that's the case.
Walking after it like he thinks it's good. Down to the weight now here from Jordan.
They're interested.
Yeah,
Okay.
sat down there, thereabouts. And Gordon here on his forehand. A couple of rolls on one of the black bowls.
That's all he's looking to try and do, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But there
Wait.
may have been something there around the 4 o'clock region.
I suppose there is a lot of chances for Gordon to get a good result on that forehand side.
Yeah.
Like, you could miss a little bit heavy and still make at least a 3. If he somehow manages to replace that blue bowl square,
Yeah,
that's worth 4.
I was just going to say, is he going to elect to try and turn one of the black ones in, or a little bit more weight and
Almost.
turn the... It looks like he's trying to turn the Auckland bowl off the head.
Yeah, go for the blue one, and if you're narrow, it's okay. But he's quite narrow, so he's going to need...
He's just under it. Yeah. Oh,
Oh, it's Riker's bowl. 1 to North Harbour. 9-7
take one.
lead now.
Oh. They were holding their breath there for a second.
On to the 10th end. Remember, we play 15. On to end 10. 9-7 to North Harbour. Been a very intriguing matchup here in this first game of the 2023 Battle of the Bridge.
Okay, similar length this end. Well, we haven't really had a short one. They're all been medium to 3/4 type lengths.
It would be interesting.
Disappointed with that one.
Yeah.
To be fair, he would have loved to have got a nice, good close bowl there for his team to try and consolidate the end again, establish that lead. Nick Thompson would love to get one right on top of the jack here for his team that they can build on.
It still feels like there's space for a dramatic change in length. Like, if you're the Auckland team, it still feels like there's space to move the jack up, move the mat up to the halfway mark and throw the jack to the 2.
Yeah, quite often you can still play the same length, but change the position of the mat and the jack on the rink. And sometimes you can catch somebody out. They'll perceive it to be a longer end or a shorter end, or in turn it's not.
Nicky on the forehand.
First in here, I think. Nick's looking pretty good. Is he just going to have the weight? He's pushing it along.
Yeah, good bowl. Well,
It's in the hit-up area.
Line.
Force North Harbour on the ditch side. It's very delicate this side. You've got to get the weight and the line right. And he just still hasn't got it out far enough, Alex.
Yeah, he would have known the moment he let that go.
Yeah.
He was under the line. And underweighted too. You see the chalk is beginning to
Fade a little bit.
fade
yeah,
a little
see
bit.
that.
So that should be an indication that the green will begin to slow down from now, I would say. If I say it with confidence, it makes it true, eh?
Well, it's a good point because I didn't know that. Back home in Australia, a lot of the greens are the centre lines actually painted on.
Okay.
Over in Queensland, you've seen them
Yes,
up there? Yeah. So it's more of a permanent thing. So that's what I like to see there. Obviously, the second has played a narrow bowl, and he's played another narrow bowl, which has made a bit of a correction there. But end after remedies on that hand, he just hasn't got it out far enough. So the skipper's walked out there and give him an indication. It didn't work on that case there, but just,
still handy,
just to make the
yeah.
player aware that, look, it's exaggerated. Just throw one out a little bit wider than you think.
This could be brilliant here. That's a lovely bowl. Bit unlucky that it kept on running quite so far.
I'm not sure if he got shot or not. Let's have a look.
We're getting that. Oh, don't fall over. Oh no. Sorry, just to explain, there's no camera in the commentary booth, but there's people coming in with all sorts of food, Leif, and then tripping over things. Oh, move out of your way.
Thank you.
Getting very well looked after here at the Howick Bowling Club.
No, why would you want to be anywhere else?
Oh, precisely.
Lovely bowl coming in. Just going to sit that. Yes, he is.
Is that John again? I think the hoodie's growing on me. I think it looks... Oh, I don't know.
Be looking for a skateboard or something.
On the backhand. How's your weight, Riker? Beautiful line.
Still no indication as to who's holding shot.
Just sort of... I don't know. I'd say that black bowl to me at 3 o'clock. That looks like the shot, doesn't it?
It looks like it.
The one that's the most level with the jack. Yeah, Gordon just saying that.
Good call.
Holding one.
The head's starting to get a bit messy here. A couple of short bowls in the draw line to navigate. You've just got to block that out, Alex. The bowl's not there. I'm drawing to the jack.
Just take that nice true arc.
This is a beautiful track. Again.
Oh, he's played some absolutely fantastic bowls. Where's the jack going? Still there by the looks.
We just can't see it.
I was trying to look around, Gordon, but I realised I'm looking at a screen, so it's not going to... It's not going to make any difference if you lean to the left or right, is it?
No. Okay. Riker, he's...
That's great timing.
Done the same thing. Just got a touch off the front bowl, steered him away.
John's left the jack behind.
So I think it's still one to North Harbour. It's a difficult head. It's an awkward head, the way it's set up. Both hands. Gordon, are we just looking to draw another close bowl here?
On his
backhand. Yeah, opposition bowl on the way in, but he'll block that out of his mind. Another close bowl. Throw it out a little bit further than what you think. I think he might have a hip or a back issue there, Alex.
Just changing the delivery. Wouldn't want to hit that one up. Oh dear. North Harbour one down.
Don't know.
So just discussing. What are they? Oh, the North Harbour team discussing amongst themselves.
Yeah, I
what
was watching
Gordon's
them.
next bowl might be. Jordan now on his backhand. He's got a pretty consistent pre-shot routine.
Just hasn't found the line and length on this side of the rink yet, has he?
No.
For his standard.
We'll see this bowl here. Oh,
He's going to turn that one up. And
that was a lovely
he
effort.
may have pushed that too far.
He has. He might have followed through. His collision bowl at 11 o'clock may have followed through for the shot. One down to the last one, he says. So Jordan's split bowl, which you can see just to the right of the jack on screen, is the shot.
So what's he going to play here now?
If you're Gordon, we haven't seen him show any inclination to be
Aggressive.
So
I'll still draw the shot.
yeah.
Okay. Doesn't want to hit the blue one.
Oh, you want to be off the mat while someone's talking to you. I don't love that, Leif.
No.
You don't often see a well-played bowl after you've been on the mat and someone's just telling you what to do, but maybe we'll see something.
And he's got the shot bowl here and the jack. Yes, he has. Oh. Hands go on the head.
There was a great effort there. It was a well-played bowl. He replaced the shot. One down to that blue bowl. That's good to see. Been played in good spirit, isn't it, this game?
It has been. Okay, backhand draw. You just play this with confidence, don't you?
Yeah.
Chance to level the score.
You know your bowl's going to turn back in. Overplayed it.
Good attempt, though.
Yeah, you're missing in the right area. So 1 to the Auckland team. 8-7 now.
9-8.
I don't even know where I got 8-7 from, to be honest.
There's a good view of the club.
That's a good segue. There's not even a 7 on the scoreboard. So, yeah, 8-9. At the Howick Bowling Club, you can see the 3 grass greens. And then
The ladies on the far side of this green. Development teams as well.
yeah, fantastic facility here at the Howick Bowling Club, and 2 artificials to the left as you see it. I think it facility, was there a World Bowls? No, a Commonwealth Games maybe. Was that Pakuranga? I don't know. It's a great facility anyway, Leif. It's been here for a while.
There's not so many clubs with 5 greens. I think they have 700-800 members off the top of my head.
Yeah, it'll be one of the very few bowling clubs in New Zealand with 5 greens nowadays.
Yeah.
I actually can't think of another one off the top of my head, to be honest. It's a fantastic facility to have in the Auckland region to be able to host
It's a
these
great
sorts of
asset for the
events.
Auckland. Yeah.
And only an asset that's only improving as well with the addition of a covered green
Undercover.
coming up. Something.
Becoming a bit of a trend, isn't it, to have those indoor greens now, the undercover greens?
Yeah, we've seen it all around the country. Clubs sort of consolidating, which is good. It's good future proofing for the clubs.
It is, and it's great. You can keep the clubs open during the winter months. More revenue for them. In New Zealand, they play seasonally. Don't play in the winter as much. But now, with the addition of the indoor greens, the covered greens, Auckland probably has about 6 at this stage, do they?
Yeah, we've got
6?
quite a few. And I think with the way that the weather is, or appears to be changing over time, it's quite helpful to have that. We had the Nationals here last year. It would have been an impossibility to run them if we didn't have the covered greens and the artificials available to us. So I don't think there's any other. If we'd been in any other place in the country and it rained like it did,
Yeah.
there wouldn't have been
Enough facilities.
no, just couldn't have done it.
Nice bowl. Nice. You got the jack. Beautiful bowl here.
Beautiful bowl.
That's going to force Auckland on the ditch side.
Yeah, big swinging hand. His forehand, well, I was going to say right. His forehand, his delivery is very conventional, Teo. And on his backhand, he just sort of
Steps across a little
yeah, gets
slightly.
out beautiful,
yeah.
but just aims funny. So
This is a great attempt.
good bowl.
Played it well.
From the commentator's point of view, I get grumpy at Teo, Kelvin Scott, Jamie Hill. They all line up and you go, oh, I don't know which hand they're playing. It's either going to be the backhand or the forehand. It's interesting. Carlson uses his mat. He's standing on
Right.
both the forehand and the backhand from the corners. So ordinarily that would encourage a late swing on the bowl.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he does that on the backhand as well, or if that's just a place that
Something that he does,
likes to
yeah.
stand. Yeah. Typically, if there was a bowl in your draw line, you could shift over to the side and theoretically take the same line and your bowl will navigate the short bowl on its path. But some people just have their set spot. Oh, look at this. No.
So that, yeah, it's interesting, the theory on where you stand on the mat. I sort of find if you're playing, I would argue that if you're playing really well, you might do all the things automatically anyway.
Yep.
So you wouldn't know, you wouldn't be able to tell me that you've shuffled over a little bit on your mat to make your bowl do the thing, because you're just all in the right head space, and the moment you start overthinking it, it's not gonna.
No, exactly.
It's not gonna work too well.
I just stand where I stand.
Yep.
Step onto it, because I call it a button. I use it as a checkpoint for myself. And I just stand on it. Couldn't tell you if I just assume I'm in the middle.
That's the thing. I think your brain does
nothing-
it for you.
Yeah, nothing in particular, a certain spot or anything. I just step onto the damn thing and away I go.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's Wise
It's a good
words.
shot here from Riker. Look,
Needs it
they've
to hold.
just gone either side of it.
Such an easy thing to do on this rink.
The important thing is they've played very good weight for that shot. Just arriving. Still leaving balls in the head for his skipper. And North Harbour just haven't been able to add another one here and apply the pressure.
Yeah, beginning to become important that they do. He gets this one square, he could get a very good result out of it.
Oh, that's two.
That's a good result. Yeah, he'd be happy. He's happy he connected with the bowl there. You know.
So North Harbour holding two now. 4 ends to play.
He's close here.
He's just going to turn.
Oh, look at this dive. It's literally the same bowl he just played.
Oh, this is a big bowl here. Big moment coming up. One in front, 4 ends to play. If we can draw another one here, hold 3. Put the pressure on Jordan King. That looks good, Alex.
It does. He's got the weight right. This is perfect. Imagine if he uses that black bowl to come in for 3. Oh, just about. A small target here for Jordan King. Riker's bowl right at the back.
He's eyeing this off like he wants to go for the bowl. Big weight.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I mean, I suppose it's a really hard bowl to play on the forehand with that perfect weight we saw Riker play. We haven't seen any kills yet.
No. He's 2 down at the moment. So the shot has changed a little bit.
If you did drive that shot bowl, it's more likely that... I'll be surprised if the jack doesn't move to our left. And then if he does get it out clean, I suppose you're getting rid of both the bowls because the bowl he's hitting is going to the right as we saw it. I don't hate that. I don't hate that as an option. It'll be interesting to see what he opts for. He's got a very accurate drive, Jordan
He's
King.
got that firm grip again. No.
I think he absolutely thought about it though, based on the way he was eyeing the
He
head.
was tempted. He needs quite a bit of weight to hold that up, and he's just gonna, he just hasn't found that line or length on that side. Jordan.
This is the moment when as a skip you go, I should have driven. You just think to yourself, maybe if you're struggling with your draw weight and you know you've got a good drive.
It's very interesting now because Gordon's backhand draw's been taken away from him. Will he elect to draw on the forehand now, or...?
It's frightening. Oh,
No,
he's going to stay on his
staying-
backhand.
Yeah.
How's the weight? Oh, he's been playing very effective bowls here.
I'll tell you what, he's drawn another shot.
Oh,
That's
Good
3. Oh,
Urani says, well, what do you do here?
I know what he wants to do. It's quite a big correction he needs to make. He's definitely out wider. Is he quicker? Oh, he's not out wider. He needs to hit that
Needs
one
a good result.
up. He might have cut one out.
Switching him to the forehand.
All you do is beating this.
So you draw for second, and if something else happens, it's an added bonus here. Being switched to his forehand by his
I'm
3.
almost nervous here of him being tight and heavy.
Yeah, you'd be missing wide, right? Like you'd be thinking, wide's good.
He is certainly heavy and breaking back towards the jack.
Oh! Oh my goodness gracious me!
Oh, that was a North Harbour ball. They might get another 5 here, Alex.
Can you imagine if they'd been holding 4 and Gordon had hoofed the jack to the back of the ring?
Well, he wouldn't have. He would have had to buy the... It would have been walking home. It's a long walk from Howick to North Harbour.
Fantastic. Over the bridge should take you a while.
Yes, it is. That was 5. Another 5.
What an unbelievable, this is an unbelievable game that we're watching here. North Harbour 5.
That's 2 5s. Generally, the rule is if you pick up 2 5s in a game, you win. You must win.
You'd be disappointed if you didn't. You know, there's 10 points in 2 ends that they've scored. 10 of their 14 points have been scored in 2 ends.
That's right.
There'll be frustration in the Auckland camp for sure.
But the previous 5 was the jack got moved back quite late during the end. But
Yes.
that one, particularly just then,
That was a true. Well,
Auckland just failed to draw
Yeah.
to draw a close one.
yeah.
To be fair,
I was going to say it's a truer 5, but that's not a fair. That's not what I'm trying to say. It was
Yeah.
a more conventional 5, perhaps, or a 5 where Auckland felt like the team. It felt like the Auckland team. You're right. They just failed to draw one. Whereas
They
the
just-
first 5
yeah.
we saw, they had a really good head.
and it was
and then
converted.
North Harbour
Yeah.
converted the 5. Yeah.
And a good start here. Look at this.
Playing great
Is
bowls
that-
here.
Are we still on 12 ends? So we've got three to play.
Don't panic. It's a great thing we don't have a camera in the commentary booth, Leif. There's been some things going on. I think they've played 11, so we're on N12 here.
Okay. Have we got an update on the other 4 on the other rink?
It's a very good question. I'll go have a look. Seemed like the
I can see scoreboard 13-6, but I'm not sure if that's Mike Bradshaw scoreboard or not.
Right. I'll have a nosy. If anyone wants to have a look for yourselves, you can go to the Bowls Auckland Facebook page, and there is the 3 live streamed matches as well as results tab, which will have all of the results for all of the things. I can tell you that Lawson was up after 8 ends, but I'll give it a minute because I've just been informed that there'll be an update coming through shortly, so stand by. Maybe at the end of this end I'll go through and read them out.
This is 2 great lead bowls from North Harbour here. It's exactly what they needed to apply the pressure.
I've been really impressed by this North Harbour team. Early on we saw them play a lot of well-timed bowls under big pressure, but they're coming home pretty strong, aren't they?
They have, yeah. They've been pretty solid. Now Auckland, even they were playing pretty consistent earlier, they need to lift. They really need to dig deep now.
You need to find something special here for Auckland, and we spoke about at the beginning of the match how Jordan and Riker both have very effective drive shots. If you're on N12, so they say at 4 ends to go, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some real aggression come from the 3s and the skips. You know, you sort of, if you're in trouble, you drive, kill the end, start again sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's one way that you can try and get another team out of rhythm. That you can change the length of the head, but you can also, you know, if you spend 4 bowls with Riker and Jordan on the drive, I'd be surprised if they didn't connect with the jack on one of those 4.
Exactly.
Be interesting to see if that's something that they think about doing.
But you've got to think of the mindset of the North Harbour team here. They've held their own. They find themselves 6 in front towards the end of the game. They'll be feeling good about themselves. They just need to continue doing what they're doing, whereas Auckland really need to change the tempo, change their mindset, maybe a tactic like you were saying, Alex.
Just anything really.
They
you know.
just need to win this end and get that jack in their hand. Change the length, change the position or something. It's a good ball from T.O.
Yeah, I mean, look, you could speed up, you could slow down, you could change the jack length, you could start attacking. You could, it's just about changing anything at this stage, isn't it? That was a good bowl from T.O. So the rain, I think, is holding off for now. It was coming down a little heavier before, but seems to have paused. John here has played some absolute blinders in this game.
I've been very impressed with him.
Right when he needs to, eh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the bowls that he has, when he's converted the head, have been a turning point in the match. Nice line.
This is
How's the
close.
weight?
This is close from Riker.
Needs
to sit down.
fall
Oh,
back
we don't
on.
want to sit down onto that bowl. Like dominoes.
Here he comes.
Every chance.
Just a little overdone. Okay, so still 1 to Auckland. Need another close bowl here, Riker. One's, I just feel is not going to do it for you.
Yeah, you're right. So he's on his forehand side. He's given himself a lovely line.
It's coming down towards the jack now.
How's your weight? That's pretty classy.
That's a great bowl.
Good shot.
They needed that.
Couple of claps. So we see Gordon have a look at the head. And the Auckland team make their way down. Still being played in good spirit. That's really good to see actually from the Auckland team. Their body language hasn't changed. You know, there's a lot of teams out there. If you drop 2 5s in a game, the body language wouldn't be great. But we've seen the attitude. The experience is coming through in the Auckland team, isn't it?
Oh,
You know,
yeah. Yeah, they're playing as a team. They are under the watchful eye of the selectors as well. Look, having a laugh and a giggle. They're nice and relaxed. They play against these North Harbour fellas all the time, so
Yeah.
just another day at the office.
Yeah, and that attitude's what you need. You know, you're gonna. There's still a chance of your team coming right if you stay up. You get down in
Exactly.
the mouth and all that sort of stuff.
Exactly.
It's going to take away all your opportunities.
You stay positive. You think positive things are going to happen.
On one of his hands, forehand.
Is he having a drive here?
Oh, it looks like he's winding up.
Yes, he is.
That's the quickest we've seen from Gordon.
Tell you what.
Oh my God, he's got it.
He's got the jack.
He's got it.
Oh!
Well, he had it. What happened?
You're still leaning, Alex.
It's actually a dangerous thing to do. I'm balanced on a stool and it's a little bit uneven.
You nearly fell off it a minute ago.
I did. I was. It woke me up.
Okay, what happened? What's the
Well,
verdict?
the jack's been spat out to the side. Oh, I don't know. They all look pretty close to me, Leif.
It's an awkward sort of.
Just the way it's
It's
sat.
a measure. It's a measure all round, I'll say.
Okay, that works. I'll agree with you. And hopefully either Jordan or Gordon plays a really good bowl, and then we can clearly say that either one centre's holding or.
Jordan will draw
or the
2
other.
here. Get him back into the match. Looks good to there.
This is good.
Just needs to stop.
This is.
Stopping.
Well, still a measure all round, but the way they're clapping, I would say that that's one to Jordan, perhaps. Must be. Under that bowl.
Now, after that, would you say the black bowl?
The black bowl's level with the jack at 3.
Or the purple one? The 2 together? Oh, I don't know.
Not sure. Oh well.
We'll find
see.
out in a minute.
So he's now. Is he. What's happening here?
Looks like he's going to drive again.
I thought so too. The way he was winding up, but is it a.
Is he playing with weight? No, he's
No,
not.
just drawing. I was equally confused. Just the delivery.
Tell you what. Is he getting down to the Jordan King bowl?
Close. Oh, beautiful effort.
Oh.
Feels like a little bit of another twist and turn in this game. Jordan should make this a 2, and then we'll see what happens around the circle. But a multiple would be expected for the Auckland team, so Auckland should find themselves in double figures as we enter the 13th end. There's the opportunities you have to take if you're the Auckland team, eh? Jordan's done well there.
Representative level, yes. That's a must.
Yeah, classy bowls, 2 classy bowls.
Okay, they're looking.
Just wait for them to
There comes the tape measure.
make the decisions.
Oh, you want them, you measure them.
It's always interested me in outdoors. I come from an indoor background, which is the little 24-foot long woolen mats that we play in the wintertime here in New Zealand. And the laws of that game, the team with the last bowl measures, and that's just what happens. So if your team's had the last bowl, you're the one who does the measuring.
Is that right?
In an outdoor, it seems to be
Whoever's got the measure.
Whoever happens to have the measure in their pocket. Probably a better system, really.
I think it's 2. Looking at that.
2. So
14-10.
2 great bowls from Jordan.
2 ends to play.
On the 13th end now. Is this the time? Pull the mat up. No.
No drastic change. Both leads would love to nail the jack right now for their team.
Timing, it's you're on the home
Ooh.
stretch. Slightly longer in than what we've seen. And be visualising that front toucher.
Especially if you're in that North Harbour team, you've got a maroon jersey on. Interesting call here with the jack down near the tee, because Auckland need 4 shots over 2 ends. So they need to win this end, Alex.
Yes.
And they've made it very difficult to kill the end if it's if they're down with it being back near the tee. So
Sort of putting all your eggs in one basket. But that's a beautiful start there from
Nick Thompson.
Nick. Lovely stuff.
They're having fun. It's drizzling rain. A nice, good contest. Yeah, another handy bowl from the North Harbour lead. Nick visualising, going through his routine.
Silas back in.
Very deliberate in his stance.
Over on the mat as well.
He is too, good point.
This must be what he does.
Nice and fluent, got beautiful technique.
Essentially
Nick.
perfect delivery, isn't it?
He's behind the jack again, so well done.
Very good.
Don't want to be dropping short balls now when you're behind at this stage of the match.
So just some updates for those listening. Remember that all the scores are put together at the end of the day, and then you figure out which end is won and lost. So Lawson versus Fisher. Lawson playing for Auckland. 13-6 to Lawson after 11 ends. Bradshaw versus McDonald. Bradshaw, the Auckland name there. Bradshaw 3, McDonald 12 after 8 ends. So North Harbour winning. Blucher and Poppleton. Blucher, the Auckland name, is 9-7 to Blucher after 9 ends. Pinky McClintock was leading 7-0. She's playing for the North Harbour team over Catherine Bien, now trailing 7-8. So a good comeback there from the women's fours, 8-7 up after 9 ends. Motu and Jensen, 6-8 to Motu after 11. Motu being the Auckland representative there. Akarudu and Rice is 13-8 to Philly, the Auckland representative after 9 ends. And Chen versus Strickland is 7-6 after 9. So reasonably even there. If I have a look, Auckland is winning 1, 2, 3, 4 of the games. And then whatever's left is going in the North Harbour direction, plus this one. So pretty even split so
Pretty
far.
tight, yep. So you just missed that. The rain's coming down heavier now. And yeah. And Tio just was a bit overweight and just pushed the jack back to the North Harbour bowl. And he's just returned the favour. North Harbour's returned the favour. So Auckland now holding 1.
And this is exactly what you were talking about. With a long end, the jack gets moved back and Auckland needs a multiple.
They have to win this end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rain tumbling down.
So it's a good bowl here. He's going to finish between the jack and the ditch.
Lovely shot.
Yes. Well played.
Two more games if the weather allows it, of course, here at the Battle of the Bridge. It'll be a pairs game and then a singles game.
He's close to the jack here, is he?
Look at this.
He's got the jack.
Look at this.
Oh, God.
Took a coat of paint off the jack. It stayed up on the rink, so he'll be happy enough with that. And Riker now on his backhand side.
It turned out to be a great bowl at the back of the rink for his skipper. Knowing that if they can just win this end, they're most likely going to win the match. They got the best back bowl.
This is classy.
If Riker covers up the jack which I think he has.
That's pretty classy
That's
stuff.
you couldn't place that any better there,
Yeah.
Alex. Just covered the jack.
It's actually perfect that it's not touching the jack either, because it means it's not popping back easily.
Yeah, so you can play bits weight onto that ball. Yep. Bits weight onto here, that's good.
Each weight onto the shot bowl.
Oh,
Auckland will be holding their breath.
the rain coming down. Green will be changing. Auckland trailing by 4 on this, the 13th end. John drying his bowl.
This is a huge bowl if he gets this. Oh, he likes it.
Steering after this. He's close here. He's still close.
Oh,
One bowl away. That was a lovely effort, wasn't it?
if anyone was going to get it, it was going to be him.
Yeah, oh, he's just
The
played
way, yeah.
such good bowls in this game. Riker, this looks on the tight side, but he's added a bit of weight, so this could be...
He could sit on the shot. Don't open it up. No, he hasn't. That's beautiful bowling, Riker.
That's real classy stuff there.
So Auckland now holding 3.
Yep.
One end after this, 4 behind.
There is a risk that ball may go, but I want you to go that ball there, mate. You'll get all 3.
We'll just see if that is working. Really classy bowls, though, from Riker. Well, at least get 2 of them if he can get it square, but big chances of chipping off here. John needs a good result.
Got his back bowl, it sounded.
So it did sound like the North Harbour bowls disappeared. Massive end here for Auckland. Big chance of scoring a number. No back bowls left for North Harbour. Gordon has work to do. And he's going to stay up at that end and see what Jordan's able to do. The key point here is to make it no easier for North Harbour than what it already is.
You can see he's going to attack the head. You can't really stop him doing that. Just keep putting them in there, I think, Alex. Don't you?
Yep. The way it's set now is quite good because it's easy to chip one bowl off and the bowls to hang around for the Auckland team. Nothing's touching anything else, so...
No. And North Harbour did remove their back bowl as well, so...
There's a danger with weight if you're North Harbour. You could get a hideous result if you're wide onto this bowl that Nick's gonna...
Turn.
Yeah, good stuff. Interesting here.
Now, the concern that Gordon had when he called John on the shot was he could come off the 2 shot bowls, go over and remove their bowl. That was the concern. Interesting to see what he elects to play.
Talking about the forehand side.
Try and turn it in.
You know, I actually think the forehand side, the way it hooks, you could accidentally remove that black bowl. Even in collision, your collision bowl's going to zip across. Be interesting to see here, but this game's got a bit of life left in it yet.
So the whatever talking, he's going to try and arrive with say a metre of weight and turn the bowl in. Tough shot. Critical time. They're 3 down on the head.
Yeah, in the rain. Head right at the very end of the rink. Been leading the entire way.
Picked up 2 5s.
These are the thoughts, eh? You know, he just sort of needs it to turn.
Oh, he's
Needs
turning.
it to turn.
He's close, very close.
Look at this here. Look at this. That's beautiful. That's actually, I mean, he's desperately unlucky to still be three down. That was a beautiful shot.
But he's provided an opportunity now, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
What a bowl under pressure.
And we've seen it time and time again from
Wow.
these two.
That's an impressive bowl. Under pressure like that, on that hand, you know he's turning.
You've got a swinging hand.
Exaggerated.
Old bowls, raining.
Not much of a target.
Great stuff.
Sunday morning. What else can you add to that? Played it
Exactly.
perfectly.
And now you can see from the players' end, looks a lot more open, a lot more percentage chances for the North Harbour team to have a go on the backhand side.
He'll be
thanks
up
to
and at
Gordon's
him.
last one.
He's definitely going to be up and at him because he can come off a bowl and get to the jack now. And that would pretty much seal the rink for his team if he does.
Jordan just cleaning his bowl. Taking his time. Oh. Careful. Careful.
Is he gonna?
Onto the reds is good. Oh, that was brave. Okay, well, we're just going to see aggression here, aren't we? On the backhand side. Chances left, right, and centre. You know, even if
Any movement of the jack.
literally anything on the backhand, if you hit Jordan's last bowl that sits at 1 o'clock, you'd be unlucky not for your collision bowl and the black bowl to come through and do something good. There's just chances everywhere. All he'll be thinking to himself, Gordon, as long as I get my weight right, I can literally be within 2.5 to 3 feet.
That's right.
And I'll get a good result.
Any movement of the jack here.
He's done it time and time again. in this
Sometimes
game.
they look too easy, Alex.
Yeah,
Still has to be played. And here it comes. It's on its way.
He's
He's
close.
very close. He's very close. He's got the jack, has he? Got the jack. Got the jack.
Beautiful
Look at
bowl.
that.
Beautiful bowl. He's done it time and time again. They now find themselves 5 up. I think this is the penultimate end. How many ends have we played, Colin?
Yep.
12 gone. So the penultimate end now. A 5-point lead to the North Harbour team. It's been an impressive game from these, particularly from the 3 in the skip. Gordon and John have played a very impressive game for the North Harbour 4.
The 2 bowls he just played that particular end. Under heavy pressure. 4 in front, 3 down on the head. Had to play a very difficult hand with the correct weight. Played it ideally. Created an opportunity for himself and then got the jack in the ditch with his next one. Changed his
great,
hand.
great stuff. So 4 more bowls to go for all of these players.
Can Auckland pick up a 5? What a turn of events that'd be.
Imagine. Well, nothing's impossible in bowls. Just under pressure, the North Harbour team's been unbelievable.
Oh yeah, it's been quite impressive.
Auckland haven't done that much wrong, really. You know, sort of
They
missed
just-
a couple of key bowls, probably. and
Just had a couple of lazy moments there, and North Harbour kind of, yeah.
took the opportunities. You know, took a chance. And Nick Thompson again with a good lead bowl. Interesting.
I'd imagine Nick will be. I think Nick will be right on top of the jack with his next one or thereabouts. It's just his quality, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He'll have a nice close bowl for his team that they can build on from here. Need a 5 to draw.
It's that lovely delivery.
Very deliberate in his stance. It's on its way. Nice track. That's the one. It
That's
was
good
always
stuff.
going to happen, Alex.
Very dependable. That's a great bowl. Carlson Bennett going to follow Nick down on the forehand. Oh.
Didn't like it out of the hand, but he's a bit quick, is he?
Yeah, must be. Must have just pushed that little bit. Just going to finish. Well, I mean, it's fine, really. He's just finished on the back bowl. You North Harbour, it's actually okay if you drop. I mean, obviously, ideally they score another point. You go 6 or more up on the last end. But you're quite happy to drop a 1 and have last bowl, 4 up last bowl. It's not the end of the world. So
Oh, we've got 2 ends to play, sorry. We've got 2 ends to play?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, with another nice bowl.
Good shot.
2 to Auckland.
Carlson look to make his correction now. Oh, I'm not sure. It looked like he liked it more.
No, this is right on. This is a very good bowl here. Just what they needed.
Beautiful.
Nice close bowls. Tucking behind the jack.
Yep, well played. No short bowls on this end.
That's yeah. Can't afford them short bowls at this stage. Either team.
Both all 8 players know that.
So yeah, skipper likes it. He's happy.
Beautiful bowl. Yeah, Tio doesn't have stickers, and it's been very confusing. Very confusing. Yeah, that was a good correction from Gordon. He did, you know, your team doesn't need to know how many down you are. It's not information that is required. This man's played so well in this game, John Hindmarsh.
He's done it again, I think.
Another
There you go.
Another bomb.
Converted to head to 2 seconds now.
Been real classy, the last 4 bowls from the North Harbour combination. And they've never lost it. You know, sometimes you get a team that might do that for 5 or 6 ends, and then you start missing a couple of bowls and the opposition gets back in.
Yeah.
North Harbour, every time you think maybe this is the end they miss, they just haven't. They've played really well. It's quite impressive.
Particularly that last end. That was really impressive from the skip.
Oh, that was a time when Auckland would have thought, well, here's the turning point. Finally, here's the turning point, a chance for us to score a bundle. And yeah, Gordon literally played a perfect bowl on his forehand to open the head up and then just put the jack in the ditch for for one.
But it wasn't a lucky shot. He was looking to rattle around, but he just got it neat. Wow. I can hear some squelching. There must be quite a bit of water sitting in the green.
Yeah, beginning to get back up again.
Oh, nothing too exciting here.
Players make their way back down.
Let's just draw the shot for both teams.
Yeah.
Close as you can, draw the shot.
Just got that one bowl that's short of the head, so there's not going to be anything on, shots on to play really.
No, there's nothing. He'll be feeling really good about himself after that last end.
Yeah.
Gordon, I'd imagine he'll draw a nice close bowl here.
On the forehand.
The pressure's off him. Oh, it was a bit awkward.
Oh, you'd look and say, oh, that's dumb. Okay. Oh dear.
That's the difference in New Zealand. You play with 8 rinks per green. In Australia, we
Yes.
have much wider rinks, but only 7.
Okay.
We take up the full green.
So you don't see that happen?
It does, but not as often as here. The greens in New Zealand, very narrow rinks, as we would call it.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Does it change the way the game's played much, or is it just sort of...
No, just the rinks are a lot wider.
They're tighter
and they're
heads.
just seven per green.
I got confused. One of the things they do in Australia, which I did not care for, they change the direction in which you play.
Yep.
After, you play one round and then you sort of game 2 you play in another direction.
And so you're not going directly into the sun.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm easily confused at the best of times, and I thought I was going crazy because suddenly they all go another direction. So
Yeah.
what's going on?
So, for instance, if you're playing in an afternoon, you'll play in a certain direction. But if you play, even if you're just turning up for the one game in the afternoon, you'll play a certain direction.
Okay.
But if you're playing in the morning only, so let's say you're not looking directly into the sun.
Ah, fair enough. That actually seems like a really reasonable thing to do.
Yeah.
Interesting, just the slight differences. And the Australians are strange with we're strange with the jack high level and low calls.
Yeah, it's a talking point, isn't it? Jack high.
Another confusion. Good bowl, great bowl.
He's done it again.
Just
Look at
classy.
that.
Makes you wonder how it developed, because obviously, the two countries have been playing bowls against each other for 100
So
years.
long,
So
So if you wanted to get technical, jack high is front of the bowl is level with the front of the jack. Aggression here from... Oh, okay. So North Harbour got one more.
one more to North Harbour. Yeah, in New Zealand we talk about jack level, which is the bowls roughly level with the jack. If we said jack high, we would mean it's anywhere past the jack, and jack low's short of it.
See, that's the difference.
Whereas jack high is what we call jack level, isn't it? Ish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Front of the bowl, front of the jack
Yeah.
is jack high.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's different over here to
Yeah, well,
Aussie. Well, it's been the source of much confusion for a long time. Selena Goddard
not so much
said-
from the player's point of view, but if you're calling the game, yes, or you're a marker,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, what is it? Exactly. You need to make it real clear.
Yeah. Is it jack high? Yes, it is.
What?
Oh, yeah. No, it's not. Yes, it is.
See this bowl. Good shot. It's quite funny. Oh god, tangent, but we play an international game, indoor international game, against Australia on a composite mat, and because the bowls are provided by the centre or the club you visit when you play indoor bowls, they're all the same. In New Zealand, you play your bowl and you put the bowl on the square for the opposition.
Oh,
And
yeah.
in Australia, they don't do that. And when we have international matches, the New Zealanders often, because it becomes part of your post, you play a shot, it's just a routine. The New Zealanders put the Aussies bowl on the box, and the Aussies take the bowl out and then pick another one, and it gets quite, can get quite needly at times, but it's just a habit. You're just used to doing it. It's just like something they do.
I guess it's like in our game, you might push the opposition's bowl up to the mat
Yeah,
for them.
yeah.
Or some people will hand them the bowl.
So, a big ask here for the Auckland team. They're trailing by 6. I don't recall them scoring any more than 3 points in the previous 14 ends, so they need to find a 6 here to draw with the North Harbour combination.
Yeah, they started quite strong, Auckland. And like you were saying earlier, Alex, North Harbour made a few conversions to sort of keep themselves in it. But they've just, since then, they've just controlled the game, really.
Been a very impressive performance. Well, before the bell goes, a kill is a kill, so I would expect Auckland to go out with a bang and not a whimper, and if it's looking like they can't score a 6, I would expect to see some aggression coming from Riker and Jordan, kill
So-
the end and start again.
Definitely.
At the moment, with those 2 bowls of Nick, a 6 is still well and truly possible if you can just stack a few more in there.
If it's mathematically possible, you must try. That was the what they used to do in Aussie.
And sometimes,
When it looks helpless, but it's mathematically possible, you stay out there, mate.
yep, do all you can. There's always a way.
Go down kicking and screaming. Never surrender your spirit.
Yeah, I like that. So we've got 3 bowls from Auckland in good positions. Carlson Bennett here going to be a ruiner. That's a good shot. Still chances though. Teo
Oh.
play the same bowl again. Bowl or jack, move it a couple of feet.
Starting to set a trap there, aren't they?
Yeah. Just getting that nice grouping of bowls. Waiting for them.
Just watching it. Oh, he's close here, Alex.
He's
Is
very
he?
close.
Just going to go under.
Well, now he wants the weight to be okay. That's a really good head for. I mean, if you were to build a head thinking, of how can we score a 6? That's pretty good for Auckland. There's big chances.
Gordon's just identified that, the danger.
It's kind of him to literally say that's the danger area. That's well, he's not wrong.
So another thing too, the difference between the way Australia plays, New Zealand plays, there's a danger area here, so they'll change their hand and try and draw one in that area where
Yeah.
generally in Australia
Go across the head.
they'd play the backhand and almost try to play the shot for you. You know, sort of change it, or if you trail the jack into that area type thing.
Oh, I quite like that.
Okay, they're going to play this, so we'll beat them to it, and we'll change it up. Take that away from them. It's their sort of thought
It's
process a lot of times.
proactive logic.
So he's tried to cover that and failed. So he's given them an open shot.
Yeah.
Another
And
open shot at it. They've got another bowl in the catching area.
it's actually quite a good bowl because it's. Oh, I've gone a little bit. I was going to say it stretches out where your 6 can be, but it probably has gone a couple of feet too far. So in your head, you just draw an imaginary circle, right? Sort of.
He's failed again here. John, has he? To cover that area.
Oh.
Yes, he has.
Well,
Oh.
golden opportunity here. If Riker can trail the jack back 3 feet, 4 feet, you're going to sit with 5 or 6.
He'll
Has
be
it got
licking his chops to get on the mat and play this one.
timing? Is everything in bowls? Just got to play a good bowl now.
Oh,
It's always
Alex,
a chance. It's a chance.
Have a look at this.
It's a chance. Onto the jack. Oh, how did it not move?
He had perfect weight.
I thought he had it. But still, you know, you got your basket waiting for the eggs. So many Auckland bowls to the left of the head. A real chance for a 6 on. And it's... Well, I think you're right. I think Gordon will be playing the backhand here, won't he? The forehand's a nice... It's a
Look,
huge swing.
Personally, I would, but that's sort of the way we play. Well, he caught his third on to try and cover that with 2 bowls. He failed, and he finds himself in all sorts of trouble now.
Yeah, I think we'll see him on the backhand. I'll be surprised if he's on the forehand side.
Because he kind of needs another close bowl as
Oh,
well.
it's even
Because Jordan
second.
can attack or run into one of their bowls and still make a number.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused. Maybe he's attacking. Is that what's happening here? Is he just going to have a go at it? No,
Still trying to cover that. He's not out there.
I don't understand, I'm afraid.
No.
So,
He has to have been... He had to try to cover that, but just didn't get out wide enough. That's 3 attempts of trying to get a bowl in that area.
yeah, I don't. Yeah,
So if Jordan does happen to get it out there, they've only got themselves to blame here.
yeah, I
'Cause
can't. I can't grasp the logic.
That's 3 poor bowls if they're trying to cover.
It's another thing to take this opportunity. So Auckland's given themselves every chance. Jordan's got 2 bowls to do it. You feel like this is just a golden chance. And
Well, if he misses this, finishes in that spot, gets it with his next one, he could potentially win
7.
the match.
Yeah.
It's a silly game, isn't it?
Oh, Bowles is crazy. He's in the area here. You know, this is not a bad bowl here from
Just
Jordan.
He's chasing it.
Look at this.
Has he got
Look
the
at this.
jack? Yes, he has.
Great bowl. Great shot.
Wow,
That's
So North Harbour have
Honestly.
had 3 attempts to get a bowl in that area and failed after all that hard work.
I just what is bowls, right? I don't understand. That's great stuff from the Auckland team.
Oh, what a shot from Jordan King.
Look, timing's everything, isn't it?
And now he's drawn the shot. Look at this.
Great bowl. That bowl is getting removed. That's what's going to happen.
Now,
If you chip it out on the forehand, is it enough or do they not hold enough?
they were just bringing the crowd in, mate. That they set this up. Grandstand finish.
Get it exciting, right? Rid of the bowl.
Theo, can you just...
Doesn't understand
Oh,
there's people watching.
I really want to watch this bowl.
So
Wow.
it all comes down to this last
Jordan-
bowl.
Jordan King can remove that last bowl from North Harbour, can potentially win the match.
Massive
Can
moment.
win this match.
There we go, mate. Close, mate. Hold fast, return.
Close.
Yeah, mate.
He's
Close.
got it! Jordan King!
Oh, what a bowl. What a shot. This is staggering. How many is it to Auckland? How many is it?
It's got to be 6. Has to be.
Surely it's a draw here. Why were they all standing around, Leif? I don't understand.
I think they're stunned.
The game's finished. Count it up. It's
It can't be 7, can it?
so this is... What a game of bowls this has been.
It can't be 7, can it?
15
I can
ends.
see one of Jordan King's bowls at the back. That's out of the count, but the rest of them are in.
Yeah. So what was it? Was it 7? Have they got a 7 to win? Well, we'll just stay live until someone tells us how many points they scored, because I want to know if it was a draw or a win. But
Well,
what do you say about that, Leif? That's just
Drama here on
2,
round 1
3.
at Howick Bowling Club.
Look, anything is possible. Auckland did everything right in that game, and North Harbour was brilliant for 14 ends and just stumbled at that last hurdle.
They just took the foot off the throttle there for a second and put in a poor end.
I think I heard someone say 16 all, so I think that was 6 to draw.
Yep.
Auckland will be relieved. I would say North Harbour will be absolutely gutted at that, but a great game of bowls to watch.
It was very unusual. There were some great bowls played. Never seen a finish like that.
No, it's
Alex.
fantastic stuff. I mean, it comes down to timing in the end. We saw great timing from North Harbour, and Jordan and Riker had a forgettable game for 14 ends, but timing is everything in bowls, and they played perfect bowls when they needed to, and they've Auckland's found victory from, well, what feels like a victory from the jaws of defeat, and North Harbour's found defeat from what felt like the jaws of victory. But, that's that. We've got 2 more games to go. Thank you for joining me in the commentary booth for the first one, Leif. You sat here for an exciting...
it was exciting.
What an exciting game
Alex,
of bowls that was.
Thank you. I won't be going anywhere after that. There's more to come.
Yeah.
More to come, folks.
Oh, fair enough too. So stay tuned. We'll see you for round 2. And when's round 2, Colin? In about an hour's time. So that's time for a cup of tea and a biscuit. See you then.